Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Geek Part Time. This is my first review on an item. On my channel I'll be reviewing a few items of my interest and giving my honest opinion about them. So hopefully it'll give you a good idea whether you want to go out and spend your money and buy it or think, nah, don't worry about it, I'll give it a miss. So my first item is the Sony Pulse Wireless Stereo Headset, Elite Edition. And this is for the PS3, 7.1 virtual surround sound with bass impact. So the bass impact in these is supposed to convert low frequency bass tones into pulses that surround the ear pads and let you feel the sound. So that's a little bit of a feature in this headset. The older model to this, I don't know if you've seen it, it had the microphone that sort of came out and you could push it in or you can pull it out. I found it to be quite fragile, you could easily break it, whereas this one the microphone is built in, which is a nice feature. Now, as far as the build goes, or actually let's talk about what comes into the box. Pretty simple. A 3.5mm audio cable and a wireless adapter. That is it. So that was quite disappointing. I paid $149.95 for these online, and I thought, with that kind of money, they probably would have put a charging cable in there because it is a wireless headset and it does need charging, but they didn't. That's all it came with. The cable's pretty good, L-shaped jack, which is nice. It's mainly designed to, if you want to listen to it on the iPhone or your iPod, you can. Me personally, I listen to it on the iPad and the iPhone. Yeah, not that much of a great experience. And also, why would you want to sort of walk around with something this big around your head? So I think for me, this is more designed as a gaming headset to leave at home. It doesn't fold or anything like that, so it's not something that's quite portable. Not saying you couldn't do it if you didn't want to, but me personally, I probably wouldn't. Now let's talk about the build. Very, very good. Quite sturdy, clamps on the head really well. I've had it for a couple of months now, and as you can see, it's still quite close. It hasn't sort of spread out or anything like that. It's adjustable on top, so you can adjust it to whatever shape your head is. Cushions are fantastic. They've got this little loop out here, so one side sticks out, one side comes in, so your ear fits beautifully in there. Doesn't touch the driver, which is nice. Once it's clamped down, though, it does get a little bit warm. I found probably about an hour and a half to 2 hours of playing, you do sweat a little bit. It does get quite hot, but not to the point where it's too uncomfortable or anything like that, so I wouldn't stress too much about that. The only thing is, it is quite, or not quite, I would say it is a bit uncomfortable up here. A little bit more cushioning up here would have been nice. You only got these two little cushions here, and does sit on your head quite hard, so yeah, a little bit more cushioning here would have been great. Now, as far as the functions go around the headphones, guys, it's quite, a lot going on. We'll start with the bass impact volume. It's sort of off or max. Underneath that, you've got this mode button. Now, you press the mode button and the voice will come out telling you what mode you're in. I think there's fighting, shooting, game, movies. Yeah, probably one more, but I forget now. But anyway, good feature. You just press the button, a voice will tell you what mode you're in, so that's really cool. You've got your virtual surround on and off, which is nice. On the other side, you've got your main volume control, which is that one there. Underneath that, you've got the mic on and off, so you can mute the mic, leave it on. You've got the charger point there, which is exactly the same as what you would get in your PlayStation PS3 remote. It charges exactly the same way through your PS3. I've been actually charging it through my iPhone charger in the wall. Just put my USB cable through that and it charges fine. Your 3.5mm jack. Power switch on and off. So power's on. You'll hear a little beep again to let you know that it's on. Then turn that up and the off on as well. Now you've got the voice volume as well, so if you don't want to hear voices when you're playing online and all that, you can mute those or you can have it on. The middle, there's a little click in the middle which will mean that you can hear the voices and you'll be able to hear the game as well, which is a nice feature as well. So a lot going on around the actual headset themselves, but once you put it on your head and you get used to it, it is quite comfortable. You will find that you'll know all the buttons and where everything needs to be, which is really, really good. Now, sound. 7.1 surround is amazing. Really, really nice. Crystal clear. Very good gaming experience. I mean, you pretty much want to play different games because you just want to hear what they sound like through these headsets. I was playing God of War, the new God of War, not long ago. Amazing. You know, you can hear the blood splat. You can hear the chains beautifully. Everything is just really sharp, real precise. If you're online and you're playing something like Call of Duty Black Ops 2, you can hear the footsteps. They're coming from behind you. You know exactly what's going on with these. Probably nothing like it. You know, even if you had a home theater system, it wouldn't sound as good as these. They're really, really impressive as far as the 7.1 surround sound goes. Now, the major thing about these is the bass impact. So, not that much of a fan of that, and I'll tell you why. Now, these are supposed to have been promoted that they will rumble on your head like the remote of the PS3 does in your hand, which they do. But at the same time, the rumble actually comes out in sound through the drivers. So you might be playing a game with, say, the bass impact probably halfway, thinking, yep, I'm cool, and something happens like a door will slam or something happens through the game. The rumble that you hear through your ears is actually quite deafening to the point of being dangerous. So I found it very uncomfortable having it any higher than 2 notches up. I usually have it about 2 notches, and that's it. That was more than enough. Now, I'm not saying that if you had the bass impact off, the bass in this wouldn't be nice. It's actually really nice. The bass impact is just an extra sort of gimmick on top of the awesome bass it already has. So don't think that if you had the impact bass off that you wouldn't have any more bass anymore. It's actually quite the opposite. The bass on these by themselves is fantastic. The bass impact is just another little feature that Sony put in as a little bit of a gimmick to sell them off. I found it quite disappointing. I would have liked more rumble on the head rather than the actual sound of the rumble. So, yeah. Everything else great. Bass impact, a little bit disappointing. Also charging, about 3 hours to fully charge. Probably about 8.5 hours of playing time with a full charge. Probably less. It depends how much you play. I mean, you know, probably straight, yeah, 7.5 to 8 hours. Yeah, and that's about it. So really, really good. Highly recommend them. For the price, you probably won't get much better than these. A lot of gaming headsets out there, $250, $300. I've tried them. I found these to be just as good, even better. So probably about an 8 out of 10, 9, 8.5, 9 out of 10 for these guys. So I highly recommend them. Thanks for watching. Like this video, and I'll be definitely uploading some more reviews on other products. Okay.